Hey, what's up? It's Randaya from Pack Hacker. Today we're going to take a look at the Burton Sleyton 18L Packable hip pack, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up so we can keep helping you find the right gear. Now let's check it out. All right, so starting with the material here, the day pack is actually made of a 70D ripstop nylon, while the hip pack is also ripstop nylon, but it's a slightly thicker 100D, so it has a little bit more durability. So we'll start with the hip pack here at the bottom. As you can see, I have it in both modes. The hip pack and the day pack are actually separate compartments, and you can't really hide the hip pack either. So when it's in day pack mode, you have the hip pack here at the bottom, and if you don't really have it full, or depending on how you fill it, it just sort of like sags down like that, which I don't really like. I think it would have been better if there was like some way to either make this one compartment or be able to hide the hip pack, but since that's not the case, you just sort of get this little like sag here, unless you put something that's very like hard or structured in the bottom part, which I usually don't. So, but I'll just show you what we got going on here. So you have a little front pocket, which is really convenient for any quick grab items. So I just have like keys or pen, hand cream, face mask, earbuds, chapstick. So all the important things in this little pocket here. You can actually fit a smartphone in here as well. I just happen to have mine on the inside, but just to show you that it does fit. It kind of almost takes up the whole pocket though. So if that's like something that you want in front, you won't really be able to fit much else. So I usually just put it on the inside. And then you have a key clip here as well if you want to put that on. So on the inside of the hip pack, it's actually quite large. So I usually just keep like some snacks, cables, chargers. There's some kombucha in there, but it's actually big enough to fit both a water bottle and a jacket. So I'll just show you real quick. So this is a 21-ounce hydro flask, and this also fits in there pretty well, as you can see. And if you have like a small jacket or something like that, it will fit. It'll be a little bit tight, but it'll fit if you just want to carry it in hip pack mode. So just want to give you an idea here. So yeah, a little bit of a tight squeeze, but still fits, which is kind of great if you are like totally into hip packs and that's what you want to carry by itself. But usually I carry a water bottle and jacket on the day pack side, which I will show you in a second. So the day pack, obviously, because it's compressible and packable, doesn't really have any structure at all. So I've got like a jacket and hydro flask, notebook, and laptop in here. And you pretty much need to have a laptop sleeve if you're gonna carry a laptop in this. The material is very thin. It doesn't have any sort of cushioning or anything like that. You kind of have a little bit at the bottom where the hip pack is, but even that is extremely minimal. And if you have really hard items at the bottom here, then yeah, it's gonna hit up against your laptop. So definitely recommend using a sleeve with it. So I have a 13-inch MacBook Air, and this is an in-case sleeve, and as you can see, it's like hitting right up against the edge here, so you need a relatively thin sleeve to fit. If you're traveling with like a tablet or something a little smaller, then that's okay, but if you want a laptop, definitely need a very thin sleeve or else you're gonna have some problems there. So that's that on the inside. And if you turn it over, so the shoulder straps are fairly thin. They do have some like kind of stretchy mesh, but these were actually very comfortable to carry. Even when I had it filled up with water, laptop, books, notebooks, It didn't feel like very heavy at all, and these were actually really comfortable for being so thin. And they are pretty breathable as well, which is nice. So this is the belt for the hip pack. I kind of wish there was a way to either hide this or take it off when it's in day pack mode, because it just sort of like sits up against your back. And this is a, fairly hefty buckle that you have there, so you can definitely feel it hitting up against your lumbar spine, which, your mileage may vary whether that's annoying to you or not, but for me it didn't feel the greatest. And you obviously can't take it off, so there's that. But you do have like a slightly thicker mesh and padding here when you're wearing it in hip pack mode, so that is nice too. So if you want to switch it into a hip pack, you basically just roll it down like this. Try to get all in there, and then just zip it up. So now you have hip pack mode. So this is pretty big. As I just showed you earlier, it can fit a water bottle, it can fit a jacket, it can fit like a fairly large notebook as well. So this, for me anyway, was much better in hip pack mode than it was in day pack mode. So there you have it. That's the Burton Sleyton 18-liter packable hip pack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next video.